Well, hi, here I am again. I'm back, and another week's gone by, and by this time, you should have your blog up and running, all set, and with at least one introductory post in place. And for the coming week, the assignment is to create two more posts. At least you can always do more. I want you to feel free to do more than you're minimally required to do. But you're to do two posts. One of them should be a post that expresses an opinion, obviously an opinion on some matter related to the topic, to the theme of your blog. But whatever that is of course up to you, but it should clearly express an opinion. The other post can be on anything, have anything at all that you want it to be on. You're completely free. So two posts, one expressing an opinion. I do also want to note that it's time to move on. You should have some time ago finished with the introductions on the orientation discussion board, and it's time to see, I'm looking to see a lot more activity on the other discussions related to the reading. You want to tell me what you find interesting, or if you have any questions, but you gotta do some participating over there on those other discussion items, because that's part of the class, that's part of the requirement. I've taken a step in setting up the project wiki, and I'll be inviting all of you via email to join it, and you'll need to follow the instructions and join it so that you can post to the project wiki. We'll go over separately what that work will entail, but part of the assignment for this coming week is to there's an area that's called the team, and there's a place for each one of you to create your own little profile there, where you can have your name, your picture, something about yourself, another little profile area. That seems to be, part of social media. Wherever you go nowadays, you create a little profile. So you can just use material you've used in other places, but you create the profile, but include there your email address and the name and URL of your blog, so that'll all be listed on that page. And then I'll give you instructions, and we'll work out a schedule for posting to the project wiki your choices and explanations for exemplary blogs and useful applications. So we'll go over that. Also in the reading for today, last week's reading in Carol in Writing for the Internet included some discussion of the history of writing, and this week in Retberg in Chapter 2, she also goes over the history of writing and publishing, from bards to blogs, really from before writing to what we might call a post-literate, or certainly a post-typographic kind of communication. And then over in Carol in Writing for the Internet, there's a discussion, comparison of writing, that is the writing on paper, writing with pen and paper, writing with via print media, as opposed to electronic writing, that is the difference between analogic forms of publication and digital forms. Now these are very important topics. I find them fascinating because they provide the philosophical context for the practical and professional work that we're focusing on in this class. So I do want to go over them and discuss them in some depth, and I'll prepare a separate kind of set of items for you to consider and go over some of these concepts and ideas. And it does amount to not just a theoretical and philosophical context for our activities, but also a historical one, because on the one hand, writing is writing, and there are aspects of writing that remain true throughout the evolution of the media and the technology. But in another sense, writing changes as the media, as the technology changes, so that writing in one format or one form or one medium requires something different than writing for others. We need to tailor what we're doing to the specific medium, or as Marshall McLuhan put it, the medium is the message. That doesn't mean that there is no content, but it does mean that the medium has a great deal to do with how we can express ourselves and what works best. Each medium has its own particular bias, a bias towards working in a certain way, towards expressing yourself in a certain way, and you can always swim against the stream and as we say, spit in the wind, go against the bias. But it's good to know what the bias is and how to use the medium most effectively by working with the bias of the medium. So we'll go over some of that again separately from this little introductory hi, how you doing video, but this is the first step, and again, I'd like to see a lot more from you on the discussion boards, getting into the reading, and I'm also looking forward to seeing what all of your blogs look like and read like. So we'll be seeing more of each other online, and in another week, I'll be back.